Would you start the recording?
Mataji, I am doing live
Okay.
streaming to YouTube.
Okay. Would you also start this thing, the chanting, Srila Prabhupada's
Yes.
chanting? Would you
Yes.
share it? Okay.
Yes, I'll share.
Okay. Hare Krishna, my dear children. Welcome to today's class. It's so nice to see your bright faces every day, and I can see many of you.
Live streaming to.
And I can see many of you actually, sitting with your chanting bags, chanting beads and chanting bags ready. Wonderful. Varma's Galaxy Note. Please write your name, beta. Okay, I can see Kiara also. Okay, who will say? Chinmay is there. Chinmay, would you like to say the Panchatattva mantra? Do you know the Panchatattva mantra, children? By now, do you know the Panchatattva mantra, children? Who wants to say? Adya, do you want to say the Panchatattva mantra?
I'll have to unmute them.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, please say the Panchatattva mantra, Adya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Kadadara Shri Vasadi Gaurabhatta Vrinda.
Jai, very bold. So now let us all chant. Keep your chanting beads ready and let us chant.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Good.
Krishna Krishna
Amazing.
Hare 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 Ram
Everyone,
Ram
please
Ram Hare
chant.
Hare Hare Krishna
Chant as if
Krishna
Krishna is
Krishna
standing
Krishna
in
Hare
front of
Hare Hare
you.
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare.
Mataji on mute.
Delisha, yeah. Delisha, can you say the Panchatattva mantra? Delisha, can you unmute and say the Panchatattva mantra, please? See, everybody, please be attentive. Okay, Vivan, you can say. Vivan, can you say the Panchatattva mantra?
We might have to.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Switch on your video also.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Shri Advaita Gadadhara,
Shri Advaita Gadadhara,
Srivasadi,
Srivasadi,
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, my dear children. Okay, thank you for chanting so nicely. So chanting is a part of our sadhana bhakti. And also chanting means we are calling out to Krishna, right? We are calling out, and we should chant as if a child is crying and calling out to his mother, isn't it? So we should lovingly call out to Krishna, and then, of course, definitely Krishna hears our prayers, isn't it? Krishna is a loving father. So last time, children, we were discussing what is devotional service and what are the stages of devotional service. So we learned that there are 3 stages of devotional service, which is sadhana bhakti, right? Practicing devotional service. Then which is bhava bhakti, that means devotional service and lot of fun and joy and lot of joy. And prema bhakti means devotional service in pure love for Krishna. That means you are chanting Krishna's names only to make Krishna happy, right? And you're not asking anything in return, right? So, Prabhuji, are we sharing the PPT? We have made a small PPT for you all. So let us see if it is ready. Okay. So there are, okay, it's ready. Before we start the class, children, we all prayers, isn't it? So please raise your hands. I want children who have practiced this pranam mantra to, recite the prayers. Every class. Now, all of you children, please memorize these simple prayers. Okay, who would like to say the prayers today, children? Tell me. Now, this class will be conducted by you all. Now, you have to say the prayers. Okay. Jnana, Shiva, Charvak, Charvak, do you want to recite the prayers? Please raise your hands, whoever wishes to recite the prayers. Okay. Okay. I see somebody here. Shantanu, no. Shantanu, do you want to recite the prayers? Di Shantanu? Yes, Sushrut recited last time. So I'd like to give a chance to someone else this time. Who wants to recite the prayers? Prahlad is there. Prahlad, do you want to recite the prayers?
Mataji, many people have raised their hands like Deepika and Jyotika, Gaurang,
Yes. Okay, Deepika and Jyotika have got a chance earlier, yes. Who else could be? I want new children to come up. Yes.
Udbhav, Krishna and Kaushik.
Ma'am, I don't know the prayers.
Okay, no worries. Udbhav Krishna, yes, we can unmute Udbhav Krishna. Okay, Udbhav Krishna, please go ahead.
Yes, Mataji. Om Agnanatam Virandasya Nananjalashlakhe Chakshruvam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurue Namaha Sri Chaitanyam Nodistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padkamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Saranam Raghunathanutam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Saudutam Parina Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Saganam Radhita Sri Vishakanitam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Sri Krishna Karna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavani Ushabano Sate Devi Ramani Hripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhopi Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Wonderful, children. So children, very good. Udbhav Krishna, that was very, very nice. And you recited it with lot of love for Krishna. Let's be a little slower and so that everyone else can also understand, right? But you recited it very well. And I want everyone, each and every child participating in this class to know about these pranam mantras. We will post them in the group soon. Okay, children. So today we are going to speak about the do's and don'ts of devotional service. right? So, like children, how you go in a flight, right? You travel by flight, and or probably you go to school, or you even in your house, there are some do's and don'ts, there are some rules to be followed, isn't it? Right? For example, now in the COVID region, so the do's are that you must wear your mask at all the times, you should maintain social distancing, you should sanitize your hands, right? These are the do's. And what are the don'ts? Don'ts are again that you should not remove your mask in crowded places, do not go where there are too many people, don't do too many gatherings, right? So these are some of the don'ts, right? So every place has a do that you should follow these rules, and these are the set of rules that you should follow and completely, so that you can achieve your goal. Now, here, children, what is our goal? Our goal here is to attain the love of Krishna and to attract the attention of Krishna, isn't it? So, Srila Prabhupada, he listed down, there are 64 devotional service, items of devotional service. But Srila Prabhupada made the entire program of the temple, of the ISKCON temple, in such a way that in the morning program itself, 40 of the 64 devotional service items were covered, isn't it? Otherwise, the list can get really scary, isn't it? So, children, we have some do's and don'ts. And why do we do this? It is important that we follow them to the best of our ability and become very good devotees of Krishna. So, why do we want to become devotees of Krishna? Because, children, there's a small story to it. Actually, a real incident. Long ago, we were all sitting in Goloka with Krishna. But one fine day, we Jivatmas had a desire. We wanted to get separated from Krishna, and we wanted to enjoy the material world. What is the material world? These cinema halls, these malls, and so many things that distract our attention, right? So we wanted to enjoy the YouTube, and we wanted to see a lot more things, right? But in Goloka, we were also happy, but we had this desire to be separated from Krishna. So Krishna created this material world, this earth, this earthly planet, and he made arrangements for us to come down and enjoy. But when we came down, we were so sad, because in this material world, there is danger at every step, and there is so much of quarrel, isn't it? Don't you see people fighting on small things, children? Isn't it? Srila Prabhupada once said that the symptom of Kali Yuga is quarrel, that people will fight for no reason, and hypocrisy. Hypocrisy means what they tell you, they will not mean, and what they mean, they will never tell you. So beware, right? So that is why, how to escape the quarrel and hypocrisy, how to escape all the fighting that goes on. Sometimes for no fault of yours, children, you get trapped in a situation, and then you say, oh, I have not done anything wrong. How come everybody is blaming me, right? So at that time, children, be calm and just understand that all these things are bound to happen. All these things happen in Kali Yuga, whether you want it or you don't want it, right? For example, there's a big forest, right, children? And in that forest, there's a lot of wind blowing. And when the wind blows, what happens is two trees, for example, two bamboo trees, they clash with each other, and there is a spark. Whenever two bamboo trees clash with each other, there is a spark that comes out, and from that spark, there is fire all around. So, did anybody bring a matchstick? And did anyone light fire? No. So, that is what Srila Prabhupada says, that in Kali Yuga, people will fight for no reason. For any reason, they will fight. So, children, when you also grow up, you should know how to take care of yourself when somebody is blaming you for something that you have not done. Number one, the first do, what should you do? You should always accept a spiritual master. Now, who is spiritual master? Guru. It can be any devotee. It can be your mother, father who are following Krishna consciousness, right? Then it can be, then you have to follow the footsteps of what the Guru tells you. Okay, Guru tells you, okay, Avyukta, you have to offer bhoga to Krishna and then you have to have the prasadam. Do not eat anything that is not offered to Krishna. Then you must follow, right? So that is the second point. Let's see what is the third point. So these are the two things. And then next we go to see what else we should do so that we are always protected. Yeah. We should always obey our spiritual master. Or in short, children, if this is confusing for you, then I may say you must always obey your parents, isn't it? Because parents are your guru and you must always obey your teachers in school. Do your work on time, eat on time, sleep on time, clean your room, isn't it? Then always follow the footsteps of the previous spiritual masters. Like for every one of us, Srila Prabhupada taught us so many things, isn't it? Srila Prabhupada taught us that we should keep our surroundings clean because cleanliness is next to godliness, isn't it? So when we keep our room and our house clean, then it shows, it is a sign that yes, we are a devotee. And also we should keep our heart clean, children, because if we have any hatred or any bad feeling for anybody, then our heart becomes dirty, isn't it? So we should always keep our heart clean. Okay. Are you understanding? Jashit, Avyuk, Shantanu, Daksh, Mundra. Are you understanding? Wonderful. I'm seeing thumbs up. Let's see what's the next. Okay, we can keep. Next is, we should always, one second, I need to check it out. Can we change the slide, please? Yeah. Okay. Next is that we should always be prepared to give anything that can make Krishna happy. For example, somebody has gifted you flowers, on your birthday. Now, if somebody gives you a bunch of roses on flowers, right? What would you do? Would you start smelling the roses? Would you start smelling the roses? No, right? Instead, you would offer it to Krishna first, isn't it? So, whatever you have, offer to Krishna. That can be one example. And then, whenever you are in trouble, children, always ask your parents, right? Always ask your parents. Yes, I can see Krisha, Vrinda, Delisha. Delisha, do you ask your parents whenever you are in trouble? Do you consult your parents, or you just talk to your friends, or are you scared to ask your parents? In general, I'm asking you, children. Okay. Do you want to unmute and say your answers? You want to say?
Yes, Mataji. I have a trouble, so I tell my parents.
Wonderful. Always
Like,
share your.
if I give an example that I had a trouble in my schools, in my school projects, that's why. Then I told my mother and father, then they concerned, then they told it to my teacher.
Wonderful. Very nice. Very nice. Nandita, what do you do? Do you ask your mama, papa? Do you ask them when you're in any kind of a problem? Do you ask them? Yes. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Anish, what do you do when you're in trouble?
Teacher, Mataji, I'll directly tell my mother about the problem. Mother and father.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so that That is very important, children, to share your problems. Otherwise, parents will not come to know, right? Isn't it? They will not come to know what are you going through, right? Okay. Next is, okay. Live in a holy place. So one of the do's of devotional service is that you should once a year at least go to Vrindavan, once a year go to Mayapur, once a year go to Jagannath Puri or something, right? So these are the holy dhamas, right? So what happens when you go to holy places? What happens is, because these places are the places where Krishna appeared and he did his leelas, his pastimes. So these places are very, very powerful, children. Once in a while, you should go and chant there. Okay, instead of going for a vacation anywhere else, you may ask your parents to take you to Sridham Vrindavan, see the Yamuna Maiya, do boating in the Yamuna river, right? And also, you should live a simple life. A devotee always lives a simple life, right? We don't want too many gadgets, children. Nowadays, it has become a fashion that, oh, he's so cool because he has iPhone X. Oh, she's so cool because she has the game box, right? So all this is happening. But let me tell you, Srila Prabhupada always said, and even Mahatma Gandhi said, simple living and high thinking. So you live a very simple life, minimum things, minimum gadgets, or just what is required to do your online classes. And don't be greedy for many things. Why you should not be greedy for many things? Tell me. Who can tell me why you shouldn't be greedy for many things? Yeah, Vrinda, Krishna and Vrinda, would you like to answer why you shouldn't be greedy for many things?
I don't know.
Krishna, can you say? You can help your sister. Okay, Chinmay wants to say. Chinmay, do you want to say why we shouldn't be greedy for many things?
Mom, I just had a question.
Okay, tell me.
The question is, I know that Krishna can destroy Corona in just 1 second, but why is he waiting? Many children, young children, men and women are losing their life.
Yeah, such a wonderful question. You know, because Krishna is upset about something. You know, whenever something bad comes on us, we should understand that we have done something wrong, right? So what is that wrong that we have done? We are killing animals. We are killing poor animals. And these poor animals are consumed as meat and chicken and so many things. They've been killed brutally. And when an animal is killed, the animal shouts and yells. And that is the bad omen, right? Isn't it? And then people relish the meat. That is not good. Mother Earth does not, and because Krishna is a loving father to all. So these animals are the children of Krishna. So anybody who kills Krishna's children like that, unauthorized, then Krishna will be upset. Then next, also that Mother Earth is being drilled with so many big machines. So many forests are being uprooted. Mother Earth has been giving us so much fruits, vegetables, grains, minerals, everything. But in turn, what are we doing? We are doing deforestation. We are removing the forests and the jungles, and we are building big buildings. So Mother Earth is also upset. So Krishna is upset, and this is just a warning. Krishna is giving us warning. Stop meat eating, stop deforestation, stop killing poor animals. This is just a trailer. If he wants to wipe out all of us, if he wants to kill the entire people on earth, he can do it in one go also. But no, he's giving us a warning. All right, children. So that is why we have to be very careful in what we do in our daily lives. Okay, let's go to the next slide, right? Follow fasting on Ekadashi. Yes, children, this is very important, right? Because even you know, Bhim is one of the Pandavas, right? 5 Pandavas. And Bhim is such a huge fellow. He can never live without food or prasadam, even for just say half an hour. Every half an hour he has to eat something. So once on before Ekadashi, one day before Ekadashi, Bhim went to Krishna and he said, Krishna, Krishna, you say that we should fast 2 days in a month because Ekadashi comes 2 days in a month. Once after 15 days, then again after 15 days, and tomorrow, children, it's Ekadashi. So we must fast. Why do we fast? So Krishna said, you must fast Ekadashi, do fasting on Ekadashi. You should not eat grains because in the grains on the day of Ekadashi, there is Papa Purush. That means there is all the sins of the world, they gather in the grains on Ekadashi. And also Ekadashi fasting is done to please Lord Krishna. So we can eat milk, curd, fruits, and some vegetables, okay, like potato, paneer, and pumpkin. So we should do Ekadashi. So Bhim said, I can't do it. So Krishna said, okay, you do only one Ekadashi in a year, which is called the Pandava Ekadashi or the Bhima Ekadashi, which is Nirjala, which is without water. But that is for Bhim. But children, all of you, please ask your parents to make Ekadashi Prasadam. Tomorrow is Ekadashi. And people who fast on Ekadashi have very sharp minds and they are very intelligent. And more than anything, your determination really grows, because if you're determined to fast the whole day and you only eat fruits and some Ekadashi Vrata food, falahar, and drink milk and have curd, then you will develop a determination to follow discipline in you, not only in your life of devotional service and bhakti, but also in other aspects of your life, like your studies, profession. And when you grow up, this will show that yes, you have practiced discipline in your life. Okay. The next point is worship sacred trees like Tulsi and banyan trees. So Krishna, see this tilak that we put, right? This is Tulasi Maya. This is Tulasi leaf. And this U, it denotes the lotus foot, lotus feet of Krishna. So Tulasi is very sacred, and Krishna does not accept any bhoga or any foodstuffs if we don't put Tulsi in it. So Tulasi is a very sacred plant. And banyan trees, why? Because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that out of all the trees, Krishna is the banyan tree. So we should offer water to Tulasi Maya every day and offer a ghee lamp morning and evening and sing the Tulasi Aarti, which I'm going to post soon. All right, children? All right. Next, let's go and see what are don'ts. Okay? What are the don'ts that we should be careful? Now, first and foremost, associating with non-devotees. Now, children, I want you to take this in a very, very positive way, because when we say non-devotees, then how do we know who is a non-devotee? Simply those people who do not accept Krishna as supreme, right? But in our class and in our school, in our community, there are so many children and parents who don't believe in Krishna. What does that mean? You don't talk to them? No. You talk to them. Whatever is important, you may play with them. But yes, as far as your best friends are concerned, remember, children, there cannot be a friend better than the devotee of Krishna, right? So that is what we need to keep in mind. Now, second is, we should not try to preach to people who are not interested at all and force them to who is actually very, very interested. For example, you can tell your friends a story of Krishna, right? And then if your friends are interested, you can see very carefully, oh, this friend of mine is interested. Okay, let me say more about Krishna. Whatever I learned in the class today, I should tell my friend, right? Next is next is be irresponsible and neglect your duties and service, right? We should never be irresponsible, children, right? First do your duty, as soon as you wake up in the morning, pick up your chanting bag, do one round of chanting, and then start doing other things in life, okay, through the day, right? And then once you try to preach your children, your friends, then you can always, what you can do, children, is you should not have any pride feeling, should not have a feeling of pride that, oh yes, I can speak such and such a shloka of Bhagavad Gita, and I know more than my friends. Sometimes what happens, I've seen children become very enthusiastic, and they say, oh, I know this, you don't know this. No, that is not the right attitude. A devotee of Krishna is very, very humble. Okay. Now, what is the next point? We should be we should act same. We should be similar in sadness and happiness. It is so difficult, isn't it? Right? It is very, very difficult, children. Sometimes we get very happy when we get good marks, but then and when our parents give us something, of course it is a matter to be happy, but sometimes we also get sad when some of our friends don't talk to us. But Krishna tells Arjuna, matra sparshastu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukha gaha agma paino nityastam titikshasva bharata. So Krishna tells to Arjuna that, Arjuna, the appearance and disappearance of happiness and distress is like the appearance and disappearance of the summer and the winter seasons. So a sober person, so learn to tolerate it, O Partha. So children, don't get very sad when things don't go your way, and don't get very happy also, Krishna says. So be neutral. It's like a seesaw, happiness, sadness, but you try to maintain it. Okay. Next is that we cause pain to any living entity. Do not cause pain to any living entity, right? So, for example, children, we were talking about, killing, animal killing. We should never kill animals. In fact, we never kill animals directly, but whoever kills animals also, we should not support them by buying meat from them or cooking in our houses, bringing it in our houses and cooking and eating. Okay, right? Next is tolerate criticism of Krishna and devotees. We should never ever tolerate the criticism of Krishna and his devotees. For example, anybody says that, this devotee, oh, he is just wanting, he is just simply speaking about Krishna. He does not know much about Krishna. So you should at that time say, no, we know about this devotee, and whatever it is, that this devotee is a devotee of Krishna. So we should not speak bad about Krishna. And also, when somebody tries to speak bad about Krishna, that Krishna is a mythological character and Krishna is not real. No, children, you should understand that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and that all the demigods are under Krishna. So there are 33 crore demigods, children. So all these demigods they serve Krishna. For example, we have an education minister, we have a minister who takes care of water, minister who takes care of railways, etc. Similarly, we have demigods, Varun Dev, Vayu Dev, Surya Dev, right? Chandra Dev. So all these are demigods who follow the instructions of Krishna and help, and of course, help this material world to move around, right? Next is commit offenses, right? Commit offenses means while we are chanting, children, we are always thinking of something or the other, isn't it? Tell me, how many of you chant attentively and you're only thinking of Krishna? Shanaya, would you like to unmute and tell me? Do you think of Krishna, or do you actually also, Deepika Jyotika, tell me, do you think about Krishna while chanting, or do you also or you only concentrate on Krishna? Tell me. Okay, we need to. Devashish Prabhu, if you're there, can you unmute Deepika and Jyotika?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Deepika. Tell
Yes,
me.
Mataji, to be honest, mostly we think of Krishna, but sometimes we don't.
Okay, that's a very honest answer. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so who can tell me then what is the solution? What should we do while chanting so that we only concentrate on Krishna? Who can tell me? Okay, Kabir. Yes, Kabir, tell me.
What's the question?
You don't know the question. Okay, I'm going to.
Mataji?
Yes. Okay, so who can answer this? Who can answer this question? That how can we improve our chanting? Because our chanting is when we chant, we think other things. Yes, tell me, Kabir.
Like we can improve the chanting. I get up in the morning, take your bath and do one round of chanting every day.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, we can do that. So the answer is, how can we improve our chanting? That we speak and we hear. We speak loudly and we hear children. Because some children, how they, I've seen some people or some devotees, how they chant. We have to speak. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. What happens with this? When you're speaking out loud, you hear the chants, and through our ears, Krishna enters our heart. Isn't it simple? And all we have to do is just speak and hear, speak and hear, speak and hear. That is all that we have to do. We have to speak aloud. That is very important, children. Okay, in the beginning of the class, also when we chant, I see many children keeping their mouth closed. No, you should chant well. Okay, you should speak loudly. Okay, all right. Anika wants to ask something. Yes, Anika.
I didn't want to ask something. It was for the previous question.
Oh, just for the previous question. So what would be your answer?
Ma'am, instead of doing it in the day, we should do it in the morning, because in the morning, if we just get up and do it, we did not do anything and just sat on our.
Oh, okay, very nice. In the morning, there's not much to do. So, in the sense that the day has not yet started. So, before sunrise, you mean, Anika? Before sunrise? Yes, that is the Brahma Muhurat. Yes, that is what you mean. So, in the Brahma Muhurat, before sunrise, you should get up little early before sunrise and chant one round and see how powerful it is. Okay, children? So here we come to the end of our session, and Prabhupada said that there are 5 most powerful items of devotional service. Number 1, which is chanting the holy name, right? Chanting the holy name of Krishna. Then worshipping the deity. Means whoever you have, whichever deity you have in the house, Shri Radha Krishna, Radha Shyam Sundar, you have Gauranitai, you have Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. So you should worship them, offer them foodstuffs, offer them flowers, offer them deep, doop, right? So you should offer them incense stick, you should offer them ghee lamp. So that is worshipping the deities, right? Then it is hearing Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, right? Then it is associating with devotees, means being in the company of devotees, because that is so comforting for the heart, right? And then living in a holy place at least once a year. See, you see Vrindavan, Mayapur, Puri, Jagannath Puri, so many holy dhamas are there. So out of all the dhamas, Vrindavan is the head of all the dhamas, and of course Mayapur also. So we should follow these 5 main powerful items, and then you become a superwoman, Superman, isn't it, children? So what are they? Chanting the holy names of Krishna, worshipping the deities, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, associating with devotees, and living in a holy place. Right, children? So quickly, now I want you to take a piece of paper and pencil. I had asked you to take a piece of paper and pencil in the previous message in the group. So please take up a piece of paper and let us now see, children. I'm going to give you one question. Do you all have a paper and pen? Can you show me? Okay. Draw one item. Okay, I want you to draw one item. It can be anything. For example, a diya. Okay, it does not necessarily mean diya. Okay, it can be anything else. One item of devotional service with which you want to serve Krishna or worship Krishna. Any one item of devotional service. Tell me. You can just draw quickly. It can be a diya. It can be flowers, something like that. I'm just giving you an example. Yes. Quickly, I'll just give you 1 minute and then we stop in a minute. And Avyukt has drawn something. Avyukt, can you bring it closer to the screen? What have you made? Laddus, is it? You made laddus? Yeah, amazing. Yeah. So Avyukt, tell me, you want to worship Krishna by offering him laddus? Yes. Okay. Mohit has drawn something. Mohit, what is it? What have you drawn, Mohit Rachaputi?
Ma'am, it's a diya.
Amazing. It's a diya. Okay. Who else has drawn? Jashit, have you drawn something? Yes. Have you drawn something? Yes, Jashit, have you drawn something for Krishna? Okay. Who else has drawn? Let us see. Okay. Jnana, Shiva, Charvak. Okay, Charvak, what have you drawn? Charvak? Flowers. Very good. Vivan, have you drawn something? Kumkum, have you drawn something? Anika has drawn a pearl mala. Is it? Yes. Yes. A pearl mala. Yeah. Wonderful. Charvak, what have you drawn? Chaitanya, what have you drawn? Yes,
Mataji, I have drawn a tulsi leaf.
Oh, tulsi leaf, wonderful. Very important. Daksh, what have you drawn? You can put it in the chat box also. Okay. So, children, very good. Gagana, what have you drawn?
Ma'am, I have drawn an apple, banana, orange, a flower, and tulsi leaf.
Oh, Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam. Wonderful. Vivan, what have you drawn?
A flower.
Wonderful. Supratik, what have you drawn? Tell me. What is that?
Tulsi leaf and butter and lotus flower.
Butter and lotus flower. Manyata, what have you drawn?
Ma'am, I have drawn flowers for doing puja.
Prahlad, what have you drawn? Flowers?
Lotus flower.
Lotus flower. Hari bol. Krishna's favorite. Okay, Rishita, what have you drawn? Let me see.
Fool mala, tulsi leaf and morpang, ma'am.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Daksh, what have you drawn? Japamala and Diya and love to Krishna. Very good. Daksh Mundra says. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. I am so happy that all of you love Krishna. And now times for some Kirtan and dance. Yes, can we do some Kirtan and dance, children? Get up. All of you, please stand up and switch on your videos. We'll put it in the gallery view. Okay, children, Haribol, stand up. All of you stand up. Let's dance. Let me see who is the best of dancers here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Anika, wonderful. Krishna. Let's focus. Let us spotlight Anika. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Wonderful. Continue. Let's focus on now. Deepika Jyotika. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Kiara. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Adhira, okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Sushrut is dancing like wonderful devotee of Krishna. Continue. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Upasna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Everybody put your hands wonderful, my dear children. Thank you for that amazing, amazing dance. I'm so happy to see all of you. We'll meet next Sunday. Until then, keep chanting. Tomorrow is Ekadashi. Please